Welcome back, everybody. So this is a Chromebook, a bit of a different laptop than what we've been doing recently. This is actually one of the first ever Chromebooks to be released on the market. This is an ARM-based Chromebook. This is actually a Samsung X303C12 or something like that. Yeah, this is one of the first ever Chromebooks that was released. It was made by Samsung using a dual-core ARM processor. It has 2 gigabytes of RAM, and I think 16 or 32 gigabytes of internal embedded storage. So not a whole lot we can do with this. And this was used by a school, and it actually apparently went for $7 when this was originally sold. I don't know where it was sold originally. This was in a bin with a bunch of other laptops that I had lying around, and I got that bin for 12 bucks. So it definitely did not cost me $7 to buy this. I think it cost me probably about $1, considering what I got from the haul. So focus, please. So on the back here, we have a USB 3, a USB 1, a HDMI out, and that's the charging port. And then I don't know what this port is actually for. It's I actually don't know. There's a rubber thing inside of it, so I'm not sure if this is actually used. And then on the side here, we have the SD card slot and an aux. And on the other side, we don't have anything else. So if I open it up, you can see it is quite worn. You can see the front is very dinged up. No like significant damage. The only thing missing, like I said, is this SD card slot here, but everything else is like pretty much in shape. I actually am lying because this is not my first time using this computer. I've actually been using it for about the week, and the reason I have been is because I've been trying to find a way to install an alternative operating system on this thing. And I actually don't know how to, because this is ARM-based, all of the new Chromebooks are Intel-based, so all of the alternative Chromebooks software you can install, I think like post-market OS, there's another one, like you can install Arch Linux on them using Crouton, there's this website like Mr. Chromebook Tech or whatever. I should probably have gotten the list out, but I have gone to places to find out what to do with this. And all of them require Intel Core Samsungs or Intel Chromebooks, or the ones that support ARM. I think there was one like Crayfish OS, and there was a page I did find about this on the Arch Linux forums, but all the other ones that support ARM are either dead or they support very specific models of Chromebooks. The one on the Arch Linux forums, specifically the Arch Linux ARM forums, did mention this laptop specifically and did have install instructions for this laptop, but I couldn't get it to work. I think that the instructions are quite old, and the version of the kernel this is running on is probably a little bit too new, and those instructions no longer work. So I couldn't get it working. You can use Crouton and or Crustini on this to essentially get Linux containers running on this machine. You can run, a Linux kernel inside of a container, which I guess is a benefit, but doesn't really give you the full separated from Google operating system. I did read on LaneChan that someone did install post-market OS on an ARM-based Chromebook. I don't know if it was this one specifically. So apparently there is supposed to be a diagnostics application, but I guess not. I guess there isn't one. I guess I can try the Chrome shell. So I do here, and I do battery _test. Yeah, battery _test, and I hit enter. It says battery health is 93.87. Oh, it wants me to unplug. Okay, so I'll do that, and we'll do the battery test now. We'll see what's up. All right, I guess this is gonna do it for a little bit, and we'll see what the result is. But if it's 93%, that's quite good. All right, so according to this, apparently it's at 93.87%, which is pretty good, as far as I'm aware. So I don't think I'm gonna need to replace this battery if the battery is that good. I'll retest it after we do a couple of other tests on this thing. And I think that's everything. So let's do a keyboard test. So I forgot that this doesn't have function keys, it has like these weird action keys, so I'll try that in a minute. Okay, so that keyboard works. So if we do back, okay, that works. Okay, those two work. Refresh works, screen maximization works, that button works, brightness up and down work, sound, the sound did work, but I'm gonna play a video. Sound did work, okay. And the search button works, so keyboard is functional. Also the trackpad does work. I'm not sure if that's the design of the Chromebook, but it seems not responding to a click. But if I tap it, it'll respond. So I'm not sure if that's a Chromebook thing or if a setting but it does work. Like I can't actually click and hold down, but trackpad does work. Let's see, does it do gesturing? It does do gesturing, so I can do 2 fingers, do 2 fingers scroll down, and then 1 finger look around, 2 fingers up and scroll. Cool, all right. All right, display looks good. I don't actually see any like bleeding or dead pixels, so the display is good. It's a pretty cheap display. As a result, they last quite a while. All right, so I do have things to test out. I actually bought myself a 8GB micro SD card. I can plug this into the side here. So let's plug this in here. I know this works because I was trying this earlier to install Arch Linux on here. Yeah, so it did detect that. And we will keep that in there. And let's test out the 2 in the back. So let me plug this into the USB 1. That one worked. Cool. Let me just make sure I'm able to browse. Open files up, please. Okay. There we go. Then SD card is the boot that I was trying to boot to. Or the Arch Linux install I was trying to boot to. Okay, cool. It's able to read. Okay, the other USB works. Good. And I actually forgot in my last video to test the display. I just completely forgot about it. So I'll be back in 1 second and I'll set up the display. All right, we're back with the display and you can see it does actually display correctly. The screen does extend. Can you dock? I mean, this probably won't work because I don't have a dock, but I wonder. Yeah, it does dock. Cool. All right, so you could actually use this as a workstation. I don't know if you'd want to. For an ARM machine, it does actually seem to cast quite well. It doesn't seem to be like having any performance issues trying to cast to this monitor. It is only 1080p, so it's not difficult. But okay, HDMI out does work. Okay.
People say Ubuntu is for beginners.
Sound looks good. All right, let me plug in the aux here.
I also say.
Okay. All right, so aux does work. So all of the I/O on this machine apparently does work, which is good. It's always nice. Okay, and then I will actually do the camera. Okay, let's see if this bad boy works. It does. It actually seems, wow. I'm getting about, like, I think 30 frames here. So not great, but also not terrible. But it does work. Okay, camera does work. And the last thing I want to test is the Bluetooth. And then I'll look to cleaning up this machine and getting it ready to go. I just noticed this now. There seems to be a little bit of a dent or a crack Let me see if I can pull this over here. You guys can really see that. On camera there. Right here, there's a little dent or crack there. So that will be interesting. So let me pair. So let's see if we can pair it. Come on. You can pair. Cool. All right. Are you gonna output to the damn Bluetooth audio? What? Bluetooth audio. Audio. I guess it doesn't want to output to this audio source. Not quite sure why. Yeah, it's not.
Please work.
Okay, hold on.
No.
What if I turn? All right, wait. I'm gonna mute this so that I don't get pegged for this advertisement. All right, what if I turn it off, turn it back on again? What if that does it? Okay, it's good.
Welcome to another episode of the
No.
Libre Podcast.
It ain't gonna work. Great, cool. I fucking don't know why it's not pairing to the audio, or using this for audio out. Cool. Well, that's a little bit weird. It does pair though. I don't know if that's a quirk of Chrome OS or not, but all I care is that it pairs. Okay. So I think we've tested everything on this machine. There's nothing else really else to test on this. Nothing else to test on this, so I'll get to the top-down cam and we'll give it a little bit of a clean. Okay. So I'm gonna first just take a look on the inside of this. Make sure to remove this sticker. There we go. That'll save me from blurring out stuff. It does look like there are some screws under here. There are little arrows pointing to that, so that sucks. Yeah, not much in here. Battery takes up most of the mass, as expected. And yeah, that's the entire board, is this thing right here. So, yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't see anything of note here. I'll probably just blow this out. Also, I just noticed that there seems to be something stuck in the speaker right here. I'm not sure if that is intentional. I dropped my stick. I don't know if that's intentional. I don't think it is, because of the fact that there isn't one in the other side. I don't know how that got in there. But yeah, I don't think this was meant to be in here. This looks like a bobby pin or a nail. Yeah, this is like a nail that was just kind of stuck in there. I don't know why, but it's out now. I'm assuming someone poked it in there by accident or something. But yeah, it looks pretty good on the inside. So let's put this back. So let's start cleaning this bad boy off. Yeah, normally you don't want to spray it directly on the screen, but this screen is not like one of those, you know, nice ones with nice glass coating on the outside. It's just a plastic LCD screen, so I need to worry about any of that. Okay, it's looking a little bit better now. I think these are all markings on the front, so I can't really get to those. Move stuff on the bezel here. All right. I think that is most of the stuff. It does look a little better now. Might as well do the bottom two here. All right, I gotta be a little bit more careful with the alcohol here though, just so I don't spill it into the board. Okay. That's pretty much done. Everything looks good. Okay, just running one more battery test here for sanity's sake, and then I'll get to the end of the video. So I don't think I'm actually gonna need to buy anything for this laptop because the battery's in pretty good shape. I'll tell you what, I'll see if I can find a little door for this. If I can, I'll buy it and see how much it is. If not, then I'm gonna sell it without it. Okay, so I think that's pretty much everything that I can do to this machine. There's a little gunk on here. I should probably clean it off a little bit more. Yeah, so the same thing will apply for this one. I spent about $10 in the charger. I couldn't find any SD card doors, so I'll sell it without the door. And yeah, so this will go up on sale for based.win, or on based.win when this video goes live, as well as on eBay. I'm thinking probably at most about $25 for this machine, because it is a Chromebook, it is an ARM-based Chromebook, it is quite old, it is out of support, so there ain't a whole lot you can do with this thing. But it does turn on and run, so maybe at some point down the line if someone ends up investing into an old ARM Chromebook project, or somehow people are able to install Linux onto this machine without Chrome OS, maybe it'll be useful. I'll post a few interesting articles I found and forum posts I found in the description if you want to take a crack at getting it on this machine. But in my opinion, honestly, this is probably best if you want a machine to use as a thin client, or if you're trying to develop something for Chrome OS and you want a machine that's relatively cheap that runs Chrome OS. Even though this isn't the latest version of Chrome OS, it still runs Chrome OS. So, though, do not worry, because this is the last of the batch I got from the consignment store. So, you might be asking, well, what are you going to do after this? Well, I'll tell you. So this thing can go away, and I have one of these. Not only do I have one of these, I have several of these, and they're all varying models of ThinkPads. So the next 5 to 8 videos are going to be about ThinkPads, which I know a lot of you are excited for. So do stay subscribed, because you're going to see a lot of these coming up in the very near future. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you when I go to fix this thing.